We hope you enjoyed the last session for making T-tunics, and today we have T-tunic dresses, which waste almost no material, have hidden pockets of sorts, and are on our list of easiest costumes to make ever. So, today we are doing the underdress, and again we will begin with a template which you can make out of a piece of paper. So take your piece of paper, fold it in half once, then in half the other way to make quarters, then make a rip from the 4 folded outer corners towards the center, and this will be your sleeve. Next, make a small rip at the inner corner for the neck. Template complete. Next, you're going to want to measure your model. Measure from the wrist to wrist, from shoulder to feet, and from top of shoulder to under your arm, and add a few inches for the hem and room to move. Also do a measurement from your one side of your shirt to your other, and that will make sure that you have enough room to slip on the dress once you are complete. Once you have finished your template, gather together everything you need. The measurement of the material should be twice as long as your measurement from shoulder to feet, and as wide as your measurement from wrist to wrist, adding a couple of inches, don't forget, for your hems on your wrists. Once you have your material, your cutting instruments, and your sewing machine, it's time to get started. Using your template, measure your material. And there are only 2 cuts you need to make in the material, but be sure to have it lying quite flat for the best cutting. Always take a little bit of extra time with this step because it will make a big difference. You will want to use a t-shirt to figure out your neck measurement, and just look at your neck in your t-shirt once it is folded in quarters, and that will be your measurement for how big you want your cut across at the neck. Measure from the wrist measurement from the wrist to where you want your underarm, and then measure from top to bottom. Remember to give yourself a little bit of extra width in the body for your hems as well as the width in your armhole. Once you are happy with your measurements, cut out your material. Remember, you have 2 cuts from the bottom corner to under the arm and your neck hole. When you are done, cut a 1 or 2 inch straight line at the center of your neck, then open your material and fold it in the opposite direction, sideways, and cut it once again the same depth as before, and this will be your neck hem. Once you are done, you can start sewing your seams. So get your material all set up and start with the bottom of the dress and sew up to the bottom of the underarms, and then follow the material back down to the bottom of your sleeves. Now, this part may seem a little bit strange, but you're going to continue up from the bottom of your sleeves and go about 2/3 of the way up your sleeve. And this is going to finish it off and also give you a secret compartment, a pocket of sorts where you can keep your keys, your driver's license, and your other non-period friendly items when you go out. Repeat the entire thing on the other side, and then it's time to move on to your hems. If you pin your hems, which most people do, now is the time to do that. If you are a more free-spirited sewer like I am, then remember to double turn your hems towards the top as we are sewing this inside out when you are hemming. The hem for arms will start and end where the end of your pocket is. After hemming both sides, you will move on to the neck. The neck is done in 4 sections, and each section will be double turned towards the top of the material, which is the inside, and sewn in a small hem for the neck. Once you complete this, you can cut off the straight threads, turn the entire thing inside right and pat yourself on the back for a job well done and a dress complete. Now, because everybody needs a matching doll, let's see this again on our little Elsa. Start with measuring and write the measurements on your template. Once you complete that, next is cutting. Once you measure your material, mark where you want to cut and then cut your material. And remember, we have it folded from the top in half and then in quarters again, just like we did with our paper. Then start sewing, start with your hems and then your seams. Once you've completed it, turn the dress right side out and put it on the doll. The long sleeves are a little bit trickier on the smaller size, so there are no pockets, but I just sewed them flat on the outside again so that they look proper. Doesn't that look lovely? There you go, Elsa. And now, most importantly, for the big reveal. And the little munchkin sees her dress, and we put it on. She loves dresses, so it won't be too hard of a sew on this one. Nice and comfortable, and look, pockets! And then, even better, Elsa has a matching dress, so it looks like a success. Job well done. And now it's your turn to try it out and let me know in the comments how yours turns out, and if you have any questions, comments, successes, or not quite successes that you would like to share. We would love to hear from you, and we'll see you in the next video for another version of the T-Tunic dress before we move on to the next component. So be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and join us for more videos to come.